Shalom, everyone. I hope that you were doing well today. Welcome in. Welcome back if you are returning back. My name is Shannon Hensley, and I'm glad to have you. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, and just do a different type of a work here. We look at a lot of crime. It gets real intense. I feel energy, and I will speak right out of that energy space. And so sometimes it can be sharp. It's always for upright purposes, and it's always asked at the hand of the Most High God. And the Most High, He's upright, and He hates wickedness. And our earth is just full of it. That's why we've seen a lot of judgments and stuff like that come through in the earth. And so God does bring out a lot of judgment on this platform. So I'm not here for popularity, like I always say. I'm here to hear at the voice of the Most High so that we all can correct things that we need to correct on the inside. Nobody is exempt from any kind of judgments that come out of God's commandments. You are either upright in your heart or you're wicked. It's either or. So anyway, I do incorporate the scripture, but this is not a religious channel. God's not religious, He's righteous. And I just get boiled on the inside to see some of the energy that comes out. I can only imagine what our Father in heaven feels like to see people being crazy because they dig in pits for people. He brought out a couple different times yesterday, people digging pits for other people to fall in. Why would you do that? I don't really know, and I don't want to understand it. It's disgusting, and people are going to fall in their own pits if they don't stop. And so anyway, this is what my channel is about. Today is April the 7th, and happy birthday, happy anniversary, all that kind of stuff. It is Monday, 2025, and it is 8:52 a.m. Central Standard Time, USA. And so I have freedom of speech and rights. And nobody has a right to take my rights away, especially when you and I are standing in truth and chasing hard for the truth, because the truth has the blessing to it, and no wickedness does. No wickedness does. Anyway, so I don't know who you are on the earth, but this is what I strive to stand for. The Most High is going to have me read something from yesterday. I like to read the Proverbs that line up with the date, and this would have been yesterday's, but today is the 7th. And it's just talking about 7 things that God hates that are an abomination to Him. And it's good for all of us to know what God hates and what He loves, and cling to those things and be like our Father, because the Most High, He is one, and He's a unity. That one represents a unity, as we know. And anyway, it says that these 6 things doeth Jehovah hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto Him. And the 7th house is the justice scales, and He says that if those scales are not even, they're abominations. So 7 does go to abominable things there. And so He said this is the first one: a proud look, a lying tongue. And we did have lies that came out real strong for this next 24 hours that I read for last night. And so people need to, if you're standing in the truth, some stupid liar is going to come and try to deceive some nonsense today. May God open your eyes and you rebuke them right in their face. It's ridiculous that people are going to show up that way. And people trying to get away with some stuff that they don't have no right to get away with for their little sticky thieving hands. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. A heart that devises wicked imaginations. Feet that be swift in running to go do some mischief. That's wickedness. It says a false witness that speaks lies, and him that sows discord among brethren. These are abominable to God. And so if you're caught up in that stuff, it's time to get out of it. All right, let's get started here and see what's going on. May every feet be caught in their own trap that would try to do such a heinous thing to another person. Let us call wisdom our sister, and understanding our kinswoman. All right, so we had a lot of stuff about the parking lot that came out. It was in 2 decks. The word car lot and parking lot was there. And look, when Jehovah speaks, it makes me shake. And he was being very precise last night about the next 24 hours. If you missed that reading, it is in the live section or the community section or the post section of this channel. So there's the vehicle and stuff like that. And we had the police come out really strong for today as well. Your children or something about your past could be here. Your soulmates are out here today. And the King of Wands and the Knight in Shining Armor. This card can also have a meaning of a police officer, and because it came out real strong, then there is something going on with that energy, and something with the past is all coming out. So the King of Wands is a very inspiring individual if he's upright, and he's like a go-getter, action taker type of energy. If he's in the negative, obviously there's some type of a warring type of energy that is out here. This is about getting your self-control, and this is about a cut of something as well. Something's going to affect a large scope of an area. For some of you all, we had the country star that came out last night, and the star itself jumped out in the reverse, and so there is anger, and we know what all that nonsense is about for my story. I don't know what's going on just for collective energy in that arena of things publicly, but there is some type of a public victory, or somebody's trying to get it or something like that. 7 wands would actually be out here, because that also take you to a wand as well. Something would be emotional here. Your mother or a husband energy could be pulled out of this card as well. Somebody could live on a farm. It's a crop cutter type of energy as well in the hidden pictograph language of the tarot. But 7 wands is being defensive. And that 7 of wands came out last night in the reverse, and somebody's trying to get somebody to open up and do something. But we just read 7 things that God says is abomination. So 7 wands are 7 things here. So you better be in the truth, because somebody was trying to circle around to renew something, to destroy something, and there was death there in that hidden space. So anyway, whoever's been trying to dig a pit, I guess you're ready to die, because God said you're going to fall in your own pit. Those of you involved in that stupid nonsense, it's dumb. Anyway, we've got dum-dums in the earth. They can't get it. The letter Z is out here. May be prevalent to some people, may not. I don't know. But there's something about traveling, and somebody with your past is out here. And this is nostalgia, just always being in nostalgia about some stuff. But this can be a returning energy as well. This is about a forgiveness. And somebody's story is going to be known in something today. Okay? And so whether you in the truth or not, I don't know. There's the justice. Speak on Most High. There's the justice guys right there. I fear the Most High, folks. God, I fear him. I just fear you. So the truth and the law is out here, and something contractual is out here. Somebody's name is Zach. The Z and the C and the K is out here. Somebody's name specifically is Zach, but any of those 3 letters are out here attached to something. The justice card's also about bending somebody also to another's will. And so whether somebody going to go to jail or not, and it's going to be a justice, and justice is justice out here. God is a God of justice, or somebody's trying to bend somebody to go do something, or they did, or something's come out of that matter, and somebody's doing some stuff out here. Let me see what these 2 people are. What will come out upon them. It's going to be something about your dad as well, or something like that. But they are 2 people cards. This is a love bomber in the negative, and so is he attached to something. Let's see. For those of you dealing with love matters, there was a bigamist that came out last night as well for some people's case. So anyway, show me what this is with the King of Wands and the Knight of Cups. By the way, I have to check out at 11 o'clock this morning in this hotel. I've been in and out having to sleep in my vehicle because of a heinous criminal. If anybody is able to help me continue to sleep in a bed and have a pillow on my head, this is of no fault of my own. This has been done deliberately to me. Somebody's trying to get away with a crime. If anybody is able to help me have some food and shelter for today, then my CashApp, my PayPal is down below, and may God bless you, because he will. And especially if you say you love God, we're obligated to one another, to help one another, especially when a crime is going on. There are people involved in dirty officials in my case, and it's heinous. It's wrong, and God's going to trip some people up if they don't do what's correct on my behalf or anybody else. If you're able to be godly, then thank you very much. My information is down below. God will bless you for it. I promise you. On my behalf. Once I get justice, I promise everybody that stood up and helped me, you will be thanked. Show me these two people, Most High God. God's going to bless more than anything for you doing what he tells us to do. What do you want to bring out here? The Queen of Pentacles is between these two people. So then there's another queen here. So it's something emotional around something physical, and again, whoever the bigamist is out here around something. And then there was the King of Pentacles came out last night real strong with two queens that was in that reading for the bigamist energy. But anyway, it's just showing us another form of the cup is about being receptive, and if there's a business deal out here, then somebody's trying to get a business deal. If somebody is trying to return to do some crap out here, and if you're haughty, or running to go do mischief, or you're lying because somebody was lying last night, it ain't going to be a good idea for somebody out here. So anyway, those two queens are coming out here. So you got groups of people involved in some stuff, but it does show somebody wants somebody to be receptive to something, and there's something around something physical or money attached to something out here. Show me these two queens now, please. The Tower. Okay. And the Tower was there last night. This is seeing something. This is electronics. This is a paradigm shift. This is the destruction that God said was going to take place. Apparently, unless you change your mind on some stupid crazy thing. AKA ran back into itself. Is that here? ZACK. Somebody's name literally is Zach, attached to something going on, whether you're upright or not, or you're being warned, or you're some kook. I don't know. This is a cruelty card. Well, God's going to be cruel right back. I just heard, I'm going to visit a hypocritical nation. Okay, well, God's going to do something. Whatever you and I do all day long, you just lay down a foundation for it to either be strong or to crumble. And this is crumbling. There's knowledge out here. Somebody knows they got to balance something or be balanced, because this is about getting your self-control. But the mottos is, I know... I balance, or I know I got to balance, and that having a meaning of balance. And this about perception and feeling something with the two houses that come out of here. And so again, sevens. This is also the seventh high arcana. These are the 7 things that God hates, is all this nonsense that's out here. And somebody is either in that nasty stuff and you're abominable, or you can do what's correct and find some grace out of something out here. But something's going to change everything here. This is a. God said somebody's story was going to be known today. He also said he was going to lay low a city somewhere. It's coming. Remember a week and a half ago, whenever it was, maybe it's been 2 weeks now, God prophesied about the hurricane, not the hurricane, but he did that and the hurricane happened. He also did the fires while it was happening on the platform. I didn't know anything about that, but he said a earthquake was going to take place a week later. That hurricane happened, or the earthquake happened. So God last night said he was going to lay low another city to the dust. So I don't really know what you think you're trying to do, but Kansas City's here. KC is here. I'm in Kansas City. I'm dealing with some stuff here in Kansas City. Is leadership here in Kansas City? Listen to me. I'm not trying to be any certain way at all. I've been treated wrongly, and I want justice. And I want the dirty official taken out of the way and bent. God will come through this city. He don't give a rip about Kansas City unless it's righteous before him. People got things that they have done in a really nasty way that's abominable. Maybe even in your city. I don't know where you're at. Show me this tower. There's a tower that's come out on these two women. So this is somebody that's contemplated some stuff. For something about a rejection could have been here around something as well, or you need to reject something. This is also, I'm bored, I think I'll step out and do something. Somebody's done something and started some crap out here in a really bad freaking way, and jumped over here on the past. Now somebody's got to keep some type of facade nonsense up on some crap that's going on. It's abominable to God. So somebody knows about this rejection, knows about this contemplative thing, knows that somebody won't take this cut from God up here. They want to sit here and pout all the day long and be some crazy kook, I guess, on some nonsense. So there has been plots out here for today. All right, well, bring it, man. Bring it. You're fixing to go into a ditch. Ditches? And you are being ditches. You are. Somebody is doing some crap out here. This is oppressive nonsense going on. It is. It's been plotted, and you're going to be oppressed right back. By God. You reap what you sow. This is ridiculous. Especially for some people that have had it happen just out of the blue because somebody's done some crap out here. Because somebody was, I guess, jealous and bent over something. I don't know. I don't care what people's problem is. Grow up. I'm not going to apologize. I'm just not going to apologize for the way the energy is coming through, and I explained why yesterday. Prison is up on somebody over a stupid love situation. This ain't love. This is not love. It's stupidness. People go nuts. Can't make somebody want you. You know, whatever the situation is, the trappings are out here, and you're going to be trapped, like God said. Somebody's just sitting here trying to dig a stupid pit today, and you're going to freaking fall in the pit. You're going to end up dying yourself, and we're going to rejoice that you're freaking out of the earth realm now. It's dumb. Again, those who trap shall be trapped. News is coming. It's time to speak is here. Well, somebody is going to. Somebody's going to. They're going to try to bend somebody with their love bombing. They're going to come out here and do some crap. But it's going to make them go to prison. And more than that, there's a real prison called hell prison. So somebody is going to speak out here. Something about look at you with hearts in my eyes. Or whatever. Somebody acting like according to something else if they're a liar. Because God said they were a liar. You got somebody real swift to go do some mischief out here. It has been freaking plotted. What's hidden here? And it should piss everybody off that anybody would want to show up in the earth like that. You got somebody got freaking mental problems, or a group of freaks out here that do. We don't tolerate this stuff. And some of us have had to be underneath this oppressive nonsense because of somebody's cuckoo in their brain. Idiotic stuff out here. Show me what's hidden, please. The pop-up little lover. News. This is a news card, and it's time to speak, and news is on its way to some people. They just go pop up. Hey! You're going to jail. This is somebody's invention that's out here, and the word talent came out in the earth reading, and my talent has been stolen, and the country star don't have a right to take my stuff and say, no, I'm going to call it mine. You're in error. What else is in the hidden space? So there's hidden communication right now going on. What else is here? Or they're going to try to do it secretly to somebody. There's a danger with it. There is. There's a danger with this nonsense. God's got the sickle in on the wicked. He said this is abominable to him. There's the transportation there. Again, all the cars were there. Are you in the parking lot? I'm ready for you because your head's going to come off. God's going to judge you real hard. This is a vehicle. It's out here because a chariot's out here. If there's something to do with something by water or something, then it is. But it is a vehicle. And there's also a holiday out here attached to something that's going on as well. It's also a holiday card. Jehovah, be strong in your people today and teach your hands how to war. And our hands shall have the necks of our enemies. This is a contract that is out here. It is out here. There's two of wands. And something was plotted around contracts. The Justice card is also a contract card. And it's out here. And again, there's a love situation. Then there's whoever the stupid bigamist is. Then somebody got 2 wives out here, or 3, or however many the person thinks they can go freaking marry to do with the crap they do. Otherwise, it's a business deal card. It's in the hidden space. There is a danger and a judgment on this, and because there's death here. Somebody could go to prison for some crap that they plotted out here. You sure the crap are. You sure the crap are. You piece of excrement. Again, it says right here they're trying to trap. They don't realize they're running into their own freaking trap. Dumb. So here's the technology rune. It's out here. They want you to open up to do this little business deal because they're trying to get away with the contract that has been out here around some stuff because they were there to pick pockets because they're a thief, a liar, and a cheat. They're here because they want you to open up to oppress. That's exactly what it showed last night. Anyway, need you to oppress somebody on the tower because we don't want somebody to know some stuff out here, but you're gonna go to jail. Time for you to freaking go away. This is my technology room, and this is a gift being reciprocated. Hey, baby, take my gift. You're fixing to be destroyed. You're abominable. This is being hospitable to something. And if you are upright, then you are. But we're looking at some energies where some people are crazy out here. Nasty, filthy, crazy. And they're going to stay filthy still, and they're going to go to hell. This is somebody's ex is out here also involved in some crap going on. This is the letter G, but it looks like an X. This is a possible betrayal in a love situation. And a love situation is out here, and somebody is doing something out here. And for those of you who got the bigamous thing going on, whatever somebody did, it's crazy out here. And it's out of hand. But anyway, whatever the crap it is, it's a bad luck rune in the negative. And somebody's fixing to get trapped in their own trappings. Somebody's friend came out all day yesterday. It's a friend rune. So somebody's friend's out here involved in, I said last night in that reading, either somebody's married and somebody secretly also married somebody's friend's friend or something like that's out here. And there's secret marriage out here. And if you're bent over that connection, you have a right to be angry and stuff like that. But if you're just bent just because you're jealous of something and you're just some type of stupid or you're an ex or something, then you got some crazy on you, I guess. But somebody's friend is involved. So whether they're partners in crime or they don't know about one another and somebody's playing against the other on something like that as well. But that friend was all over the place yesterday in the hidden space, and there was nothing but seducing nonsense, nasty stuff there. Somebody could live on a farm. Like I said, we have a crop cutter energy that is out here when the chariot comes out in the hidden pictograph, and this is a horse. So horses and oxen came out yesterday real strong on a reading as well. So for somebody's case, that's a clue. Or somebody's dead and rotting out there in somebody's property because somebody was murdered somewhere and it stated somebody was rotting and stinking somewhere. So there was a murder somewhere that was done for somebody's case. And you got the law around some stuff, then so be it. But anyway, somebody's friend's involved in this matter. This is increase in promotion. This is about maybe for you work with this person as well. The E, the M, and the W, the G, and the X, the C, the K, the A, and the Z came out in this reading. And there is a great big consequence. And somebody's fixing to fall in their own freaking trap out here if you don't do what's correct. What side are you on today? Are you willing to get up and fight and say this crap's stupid, disgusting, demonic, and it ends up killing you for doing some nonsense out here, folks? Getting entangled with some ditches out here. Look, in today's proverb, it says, "My son, keep my words." These are the words of King Solomon. And so for all you Masons out there that reenact your daddy, you better do what your daddy said, because at the end of his life, he really realized what he did wrong. You need to keep the commandments of God. It says, "My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee, and keep my commandments and live." Somebody's going to die if you don't do the correct thing out here. He says, and keep my law as the apple of thine eye, and bind them upon thy fingers, and write them upon the table of thine heart. And say unto wisdom that thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman. And why do we do this? That they may keep you from the strange women. And there's two women out here doing some strange stuff, because those two women showed up yesterday with the wickedness. In yesterday's reading, it says that you and I keep this commandment, it says that they may keep you from the strange woman and from the stranger that flatters with her words. And flattery comes out a lot on this platform. God says all those flattering lips will be cut off with God. It says, for at the wind, he said that, for at the window of my house, he said, I looked through the encasement and beheld among the simple ones. I discerned among the young men void of understanding, passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house. Got tangled up with something out here, and that stuff's going to kill you. It says, in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and the dark night, and behold, there she met him with the attire of a harlot, real subtle of heart. And it says, she is loud and stubborn, and her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and she lies in wait at every corner. Ditches. God calls these people ditches. And somebody going to go in a ditch, and I already did go into a ditch. And somebody thinks this is a love situation, and it ain't. This is nothing but temptation and flattering, because that's all that's taking place. Is a little lover, a pop-up lover's out here. Are you going to live or die today? You can do what's right. You can bend some ditches out here and say, get out, because you ain't going to take my life. Because in another section, it tells you that you don't know you're being led away to death. And her feet, they're going to go to death. So you go right on ahead and get up in here and get with this little love bomber today and die. 33. Masonry. And that is what we're dealing with here. That is what we're dealing with for a lot of, the Masons are involved in some crap in a very big way on this platform. And you are not exempt from the judgments of God Almighty and the things that have taken place in some matters out here. You either repent and live, or you die. God tells his people to warn the wicked. And I have an obligation to warn you very sternly. Especially, I have knowledge of some things that are going on personally. And you've been warned. And God says that if I don't warn you and you die, and I had a chance to warn you so you could turn and live, and I didn't do it, then your blood's on my hands. And your blood's just not going to be on my hands when I stand before my Father. I'm going to hear him say, you did well, daughter. You did what I told you to do. Because I want people to live and not die. So either you're going to do what's right today, or you're going to die, folks. Some of us have rights that have been taken away illegally. I have to go and sit in my broken down vehicle that a dirty mechanic touched, and try to sleep in my car, call all kinds of authorities and say, hey, call us if you got a problem, and they lied to me. Be judged today. There's danger out here on you. People better get some money to me right now. Whatever's going to take place, God's going to trip somebody up out here. There's death out here. So live or die. For just collective energies out here. God ain't going to have this crap no more. He is judging a hypocritical nation. People talk out of one side of their mouth and do another. That's called lies. It's abominable. I'm frustrated. I really am frustrated with this matter. This is what come out. I'll let you know what's going on. Shalom. Stay in peace.